3, 2, 1. Do we have to go through this again? How is this? 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, and then you start.
He's just thinking about a bacon sandwich.
Right, go.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kurt.
Welcome to the ADK Rock and Metal Channel. And today we're going to check out the band Caliban. And the song was I Was a Happy Kid.
I know this band. German metalcore. I
Okay.
give the last album 4 out of 10 in Scream Blast Repeat.
Oh, it's going well. I'm
No,
love this,
well.
aren't I?
No, they don't have those shitty pop choruses. It didn't do anything for me.
It's not a great name for a song title, is it? I Was a Happy Kid.
Not a great name for a band, is it? What's Caliban?
Caliban.
Mean anything?
Yeah, let's just look that up.
Not as good as Taliban.
Yeah, can you imagine calling yourself
I don't know.
Caliban?
But it depends which way you can. It does. But the thing is, now you say Caliban, the first thing that goes in your head is, oh, Taliban.
It is now, yeah.
I know it's
What
not,
does
but
the name Caliban mean?
what does it mean? Come on.
Son of the Witch.
Meaning Black Son of the Witch.
See, that's cool.
Gender neutral name
Cool
with
name.
Romanian and English roots. Who is Caliban in mythology? A
I want to
feral,
call the band
sullen,
Son of the Witch.
a misshapen creature in Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things we're just finding out about. There we go. We're getting some
They're
education
a German metalcore band.
today. Okay. Let's go check them out.
Good start, actually. What's it called, the song?
I Was a Happy Kid once.
Yeah, it's new.
That's what it must be.
Are they going to ruin it? Yes, they are.
Oh, is this the guitarist singing or a bass player?
I don't know, but it's just ruined the song.
Fucking hell, isn't it?
Never heard this before in metalcore, but
Is it Far From Refuge song? That's the problem, is finding anything original.
nothing.
I don't hear anything original.
But I mean, at least they have got roots in hardcore, because that's what metalcore is,
Yeah.
whereas a lot of the bands that came after them haven't. And look at that, they've been on Roadrunner, Century Media, and some big labels. I know they supported Machine Head in 2004 as well, on their Cuban tour. So this is fine, I'm happy with this. That's just hardcore, that, isn't it? We're gonna get a blah!
Yeah, blah.
I mean, that just ruins the song, doesn't it? You've got to blame Killswitch Engage for this.
Except they did it well.
Yeah, but so many bands have just ripped it off.
So the problem is it's clean, but there's no hook to it.
Can you remember it? It's just, and as usual, droning power chords. There's no thought gone into it.
And then it had the clean vocals and the guy screaming over every few words.
Yeah.
What are you doing now? What are you
Do
doing
that
now?
as an impression. I mean, how long is this fucking chorus as well? Jesus Christ, we're in like the 48th bar of
Yeah.
it.
We've extended this one, yeah.
You know, a
Breakdown.
breakdown, which, to be fair, is normally the best part of a metalcore song. There you go, an overproduced breakdown.
As soon as they do this, especially when they do that pause, I'm like, fuck off. But would get the crowd going.
See, that's
Always
cool.
does.
That's like new metal, isn't it? That's like a Slipknot type riff. Ooh, pitch shifter effect.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom. Maybe that's a good thing if it ends here, this song.
Okay, so depression affects 264 million people apparently. Well, 264 million plus one right now after that. Fucking hell.
Its heart's in the right place. You've got to look
Okay,
at the positives.
in all honesty, right, so that was Caliban. I was a happy kid once, which I figured that was what the topic was about, was going to be something about depression, etc. So from the song title. So it does reference correctly. Andy, over to you. What do you reckon? Caliban!
Yeah. Fifth video of the day, some welcome power and aggression, and it started off well. Video was nausea inducing. I think it did give a sort of warning about flashing and fast moving images, but I wouldn't want to watch that again. Again, I like the setting. Looked like an old, I don't know, school gymnasium at times. Maybe it probably wasn't, but you know, the setting was good and the performance element I like obviously in the video, but just have some more sort of steady shots, longer shots, just to make it a bit more accessible for the viewer. But the song, as I say, power and aggression, down tuned like that, really got you going. Strong, powerful, masculine vocals. I wasn't picking up any of the content of the song really, not even from the title really. I kind of just completely forgot about that. And then, as you said, David, there's the caption at the end about, you know, giving people options for help for depression, which does affect a lot of people, obviously. And you know, you said off camera, Kirk, and I'll steal your phrase. You know, ruined by the metal, you know, the standard metalcore formula of clean vocals from the guitarist. It just seemed like, you know, take that out and you've got a really cracking song from a decent band. They just seemed to ruin it. I know it's the formula of metalcore, and you know, taken from Killswitch Engage, the originators of that. They do it quite well, I think. But that, especially the second time round, it seemed to, you know, repeat, maybe even triple the sort of delivery of that particular section. He's like loving being in the spotlight. You know, this is my moment. You know, forget about you guys. I'm singing and playing this bit. So take that out. You've got a really powerful, aggressive song, which I could, you know, listen to again and get into. But if this is the sort of the formula and the sort of standard song structure of this band, then I'll probably give them a wide berth. But apart from that, I like the sort of the power and the aggression of the delivery of this song. Apart from that section, the clean chorus. You're not going to be as positive for that, even though this is more your sort of music, isn't it? Aren't you?
So I'm trying to visualize or think about the best way of approaching this song, because we've talked about it. We did a video for the band Atreyu, and I basically said, are you the originators of a scene, of a style, and then you've got all the bands that followed who basically just kind of sounding the same. And this is another one back. This is another situation where we're here with this metalcore sound of the clean vocals, the heavy vocals. Clean vocals does a main thing, and then the vocalist goes rah, rah, over a couple of lines just to kind of punch his point. And you're like, I'm still here. Rah! So you sing a bit more, rah! And I'm like, it's expected. Then you have that big pause, and he's like, rah, rah, breakdown.
Breakdown. Yeah, breakdown was good.
It's all just very predictable, very generic.
Formulaic.
And it doesn't matter at that point then how good a musician you are, because you could be the most amazing metalcore musician with the most amazing vocals. If it sounds generic and it's been done to death, you're never going to get out of that. Now the hard part there is then you then have this problem of, well, if you want all your music to be original, you're going to have trouble. And we've had some bands on here where we've reviewed them and they've been completely original, and then our critique is, oh, they're a bit outside the box here, aren't they? Bloody hell.
Yeah,
maybe if they put a nice chorus on there, we might. And that's the problem.
Where's the breakdown?
Where's the breakdown? There's no breakdown in it. They did 5 verses and only 1 chorus. What the hell were they thinking of? And you're like, and there's no solo in it. What was that about? And that's the problem, is we're overly critical one way or the other. So I don't think there was anything really wrong with the song.
That's become today's criticism, hasn't it?
There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm not sitting there at the end of it going, I want to go and get an album of theirs and check it out. I mean,
which is what a promo video should do, shouldn't it? If you're new to the band, you should
first time check them out, going, I want to check that out. We've done that before. We have checked out bands on this, like Cold Steel. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
They came over, we were like, fucking hell, I've got to check these guys out. And that happens occasionally where someone does it. Now, if you were probably big into that music scene, and you heard that band, you'd be like, oh, they sound like this band, there's nothing original there. And this is the problem. So we've listened to a lot of metalcore bands. So when we hear, I mean, we talk about local band Far From Refuge from Cambridgeshire, that sounds like something that they had done on their previous EPs. So there isn't really anything to make me feel surprised. We had people talk about the band Ginger, and they did that live performance of was it Pisces?
Yeah.
And reactors were going, oh my God, I've never heard anything like that. I reacted to it and was like, good switch up between clean and heavy. And people were like, oh my God, that's what an underreaction. I'm like, but I've heard that stuff
You're being
before.
honest, yeah.
I'm not going to pretend to be surprised. And that's what I'm having
changed
here.
my life.
So Caliban and I Was a Happy Kid Once is delivering what they've set out to do, which is a metalcore track. They've got the clean vocals over the chorus. And I can imagine if you're really into this topic and it connects with you about depression and stuff, you're going to be like, singing along over that chorus with your arm up in the air in the crowd. And you're going to be absolutely connected with the band if you've connected with this song and with the music. But it hasn't with me. I just sort of look at it. There's nothing there that's going to make me go, yeah, I'm going to... Well, I mean, we talked about our local band Before the Sirens being a variety of... They've got metalcore influences in there, but they're almost all clean vocals. But we never go, oh my God, he's singing clean on the chorus again. Bloody Alan. We don't. We go, he's great on that bit. And actually occasionally throws in a few heavy vocals, which he does the complete reversal of what they do in a lot of these songs. So, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing right with it.
But I don't want to be a disservice to the band either, because they've obviously put a lot of work into it. They've been working. They've done multiple albums on multiple labels. They're obviously good at what they do, but they're not going to break any grounds. And this is what you see with music festivals now. We talk about like the big bands on music festivals, and you're like, this. You look at the festival lineups, and you look at like the top bands playing on the bills at the festival lineups. They're the same bands that were playing in the 90s, 30 years ago.
Yeah, Caliban are never going to be towards the top of that.
And
even
that's
in
the problem is,
Germany.
if you look at the bills below them, they're all filled with bands that all just sound similar. There's no there's no groundbreaking going on in music anymore. Polyphia.
Yeah, true. That's interesting.
We're getting into the prog. We're
Instrumental-
getting into instrumental prog stuff, which
yeah.
is not easily accessible. That's the problem. Where do you go with it? To get easily accessible music
Yeah.
that's going to hook you in, which is not going to sound
I mean,
generic.
what has happened in metal since Periphery and Tesseract came onto the scene in
So now we're going to
2010?
get a history lesson in.
Nothing. No, there's not really been anything new since then. Well, let's put this into
Go on, your feedback,
context.
go on.
Caliban, formerly signed to Roadrunner Records, they've been on Century Media since 2007, and they've got 13 studio albums to their name, and they're still sounding like that. So these have been around from the beginning. 1999, metalcore wasn't even a thing then. That was hardcore bands playing Carcass and Sepultura.
This
riffs.
sounds like a debut album.
Yeah,
release for me.
but now this just, like you say, it just sounds like every other metalcore band. That chorus is atrocious, but I can memorize it. Da, 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 da.
It's almost like...
And they dragged it out for like fucking 24 bars.
It could be.
So
if you're saying,
poor.
13 albums, this is a band that's run out of ideas.
Yeah, and judging by that, I mean, I reviewed their last
Recycling
album, Dystopia, in 2022 and gave it 4 out of 10. The Scream Masterpiece. It was, every song was like that. Now, I appreciate they're talking about a subject that has still heavily stigmatized men's mental health. Even that I've heard a million times before. I'm really not going to vibe with that now. I'm not interested in that message. I'm not going to go into the wider impact that's having.
Men's mental health problems.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into the wider impact that it's having on emasculating men, and we've all got to be open up and be emotional and not be toxic. I'm not going to go into that, but you can. It's clear that I'm critical of that. And a message like this it bores the shit out of me. Thank you. If you need crisis resources, call this number. Yep, thanks. Okay, you've done your job. You've said something. I've no doubt it comes from the right place. Sincerity, and some of the members of this band have probably struggled from depression.
But why didn't they do it as a story bit element then?
Yeah.
So if you're going to do a story that's about depression and unhappiness, why just do it as a performance video? Why not cut in some?
Well, do you not? I was going to say, do you not think if they've been around 13 studio albums?
Yeah, 1999 was their debut album.
Yeah, what's that? Getting on for 25 years.
Yeah.
We're saying they're not expanding and reaching those upper goals in the metal genre, and this could be off their debut album. Maybe that's what maybe that's the band ethic. They're appealing to their fans. They've got a target audience. Let's make another album like we did the last one. Some bands do that and do it successfully. So maybe
this is a band that have obviously, the industry always rates them. I have never seen anyone in my life wearing a Caliban t-shirt. And this is a band that have been on Roadrunner.
Yeah.
This is a band that supported Machine Head in 2004 on their European tour. So they're a name that's well known. I've just never seen anyone wear their T-shirt.
Have you heard anybody mention,
Never.
heard the new Caliban album?
I've never heard anyone say, who are you influenced by? Caliban. I've not heard their early material though, so it's not fair of me to just assume based on this that they're an irrelevant band. That's what they've become. I'm shocked that they're still on Century Media. They're a legacy band. They've been on that label since 2007. Surely Century Media must be thinking, right, you've given us a new song and it sounds just like everything else you've done since 2007. This is very poor. Sometimes you have got to be honest. I'm not making this personal. That is very poor music. I would never go anywhere near it.
I wonder if it's like there's the classic flavour Coke, and they don't want to get away from like be one of these things where they go and change the flavour and change it and try and people go, fuck off, we want our classic, we want our... And that might be it, but it's still going to fucking rock your teeth.
But that chorus, oh my God. I mean, every metalcore band writes the same drone in fifth chords, and then it's such a sluggish delivery as well. It's all in that pitch of Jesse from Killswitch Engage, but never as good as him.
I mean, it's almost like if we said beforehand, if he said this is a metalcore song, can you predict the structure of the song, what you're going to hear? And we listed down all the things that we predicted. We would have got everything right today.
Good breakdown. Good breakdown.
Yeah, I like the breakdown.
You know that's going to be the best part of the song, don't you, for a metalcore song?
But again, even the breakdown's generic. It sounds like every other breakdown to me.
The thing is, we should expect more from this band because they are from hardcore. Metalcore now, the current generation, none of them even have listened to a hardcore record. This band do come from that scene where it was exciting at the time, splicing them together. So how have they ended up sounding just so unremarkable?
So if this had been a debut album, you'd be like, they've learnt from their people before them.
Yeah.
They've learnt how to do the basic metalcore album. They've learnt how to do a basic metalcore track and do it well.
Yeah.
Now they can experiment and go forward on the next album. But 13 albums in to basically churn out a generic metalcore song. It's poor in that sense. Yeah. But there we go, Caliban, and I was a happy kid once. So was I before this fucking video. If you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.